well-rounded education is vital in bringing up the next generation of scientists and workers. Our children should learn more about this world, even from those perspectives and types of knowledge that aren't widely accepted.
I probably tire you out with all those comments I make on real life. I'm sorry I'm taking this seriously, but this is who I am. Like, you came to the channel of an overthinking vampire, so this is what you get. Part 4. Said the gardener to the flowers. It's just a seed, yet it is a seed indeed.
The study of ley lines sees the world as a clear map. The cities look like squares to us, while natural landscapes appear to be curves overlapping one another. Many bizarre places in the world, such as the location of the Tunguska explosion or the mysterious 30th parallel north, can't be drawn in squares and curves like cities in ordinary landscapes. We need to find a way to indicate them in a clear, precise way.
It's a maze.
Well, it is the ley line map of a city, but you are right. It does look like a maze. To begin with, I should introduce the most crucial concept in the study of ley lines, that of ley energy. It is a special energy which we can easily detect throughout the town. See how it comes out from underneath the ground and goes into the local biosphere, circulating around like a system. If we think of the town's ley lines as a food web, then ley energy lies at its foundation.
Like how big fish eat small fish, and small fish eat even smaller fish.
The boy's comparative is simple but essentially correct.
Exactly. They are the smallest fish eaten by the big fish. If we catch the big fish and study what they eat, we will know where to find the other big fish. And the ley energy, when the big fish die and break down, the small fish will go back to where they first came from. The circulation goes on and on.
You've put it very well, Miss Windsong. Like the rainwater that comes from the ocean to the rivers and returns back to the ocean.
Her tone rises, the scales along her neck unfurling slightly.
You're a quick learner. But it is not exactly like water. The concentration of ley energy is far more noticeable than that of a lake or a school of fish. Once we find its densest spot, we'll be able to trace it back to its source.
Then what are these bright spots?
These are the energy-rich locations. In a way, they indicate the energy flow.
So many. They look like stars in the sky.
Yes, and finding these locations can be very costly in terms of time and manpower.
Then what do we do after finding them?
They can tell us many things. The ley hunters will follow their courses, analyze the components in them, and match those components to each resource. Some of the components don't match with any of the known resources, which means there might be a new resource waiting to be discovered. Of course, from the ley energy, we can also learn about the local critters.
You talk about strange things, almost like Avgust does.
This kind of kid kind of pisses me off. He pouts, finding all of this hard to believe.
These are just lines.
Like dancing earthworms. They wriggle, they twist. They're having fun, jumping on the waves, then into the little boxes, and back into the little balls.
Great, we have 2 of them now.
Is your mother a Karen? I wouldn't be surprised.
They look interesting, but we don't really understand.
Her theories are a bit too complex for children at this level, even with the aid of a drawing.
Cheer up, kids. It's not finished yet. Ley line cartography is complicated. It takes the efforts of many lay hunters working together, investigating the area, even braving dangerous and forbidden places. To this day, we've never been able to finish a completed ley energy map.
Their enthusiasm dims, but some remain immersed in the world of ley lines. Avgust raises up the incomplete drawing.
I know it now. This is Rayashki.
Huh?
Ah, I see it too. And here is the swimming pool. That little square is our square. These little balls are our homes.
Oh, I live here. The third ball on the left of yours.
The children react with surprise. Windsong applauds.
You're very bright, Avgust. This is the ley energy map of Rayashki.
But Miss Windsong, why are you mapping the energy of our town? Have you found any secrets that we don't know?
Children, right now you can only see what's above the ground. But there is even more ley energy beneath the ground.
Windsong lowers her head, feeling momentarily transported back to a time long past while her audience listens intently below.
Will the sun always be in the sky? Will the glaciers ever melt away? What lies in the darkness beneath us? Are there other critters around here that you've never seen? How should we deal with them?
This topic sets off a clamor of excitement from the children.
I heard once that there were many strange footprints next to the school windows.
Uncle Patrick saw it. A monster with 6 legs, and each one has spikes.
That must be a kikirn, a small-sized Canidae critter, mostly seen in cold areas. But the ley energy might have affected the weather of their habitat, or they wouldn't be here in Rayashki in summer. The deep blue line here shows that particular one's movement.
Or maybe Uncle Patrick could have drunk too much.
Or maybe you should get out and go play at the snow instead of being here and draining everyone with your negative energy.
The ley energy accumulated in them suggests that they mostly feed on moss and worms under the snow and stay near town. We can infer that this is a docile herbivorous kind of critter that is merely curious about human behavior. I think feeding them will be much more useful than driving them away.
Vila nods thoughtfully.
Since these critters began to overrun the area, the defense team has encountered many new creatures. I can feel there is something strange about them, but I can't yet understand the differences.
And even with his teacher saying that in front of his face, Piotr would be like, "Oh, these things don't exist."
You provided a different angle on the situation, Miss Windsong. I believe it would help the defense team greatly.
I had such negative Nancy's in my classroom, but in high school. I probably had them in elementary school as well, but I don't remember them. I do remember some annoying bitches, but back then I wasn't expressing myself as openly, so I didn't have to deal with that much. Like, I was a weird kid for sure, but nobody said things in my face. But in high school, that I was more open with my opinions, I had to deal with many such stupid kids. These new discoveries have provoked interest in the teacher and her students alike.
The fires in the furnaces are out. The bees and kites dance around the pond. White mosses on the wall.
Was that a song?
Oh, storms will fall down from the sky.
His bizarre yet ominous statements seemed to upset the others.
Stop saying these strange things, Avgust. The defense team will keep the critters out of town and protect everyone. And there will not be any stones falling from the sky.
Piotr stands up, his fist clenched and face flash red.
Is everything all right, Piotr?
Yeah, you're lying. Rayashki is safe. It will be our home forever.
I hate to tell you this, kid, but what Avgust just said could be right. I have the same feeling that the good weather here won't last too long.
She gazes outward. The sky above is gray and growing darker.
Look at those thick gray lines. Those are the traces of cloud movements and moisture. Now they're mingled together.
But the sun will still be shining. Miss Vila said that the polar day will last for a very, very long time.
Miss Vila was right. And past statistics don't lie. According to the data, the weather here should continue for the next few months. Yet the ley lines say otherwise. They say the weather will be extremely unpredictable.
You're making things up. The forecaster on TV said the weather in Rayashki will be temperate in the coming months.
That's because a person on the TV saying that shit takes everything from studies of the sky. She's studying what's underneath the earth. It's different, so obviously they will have different views on that.
And the weather forecaster was right, according to his analysis. But life is full of surprises.
Exactly. The sky moves differently from the stuff she studies.
I know why you're concerned, Miss Windsong. I feel the glaciers are melting slightly faster than usual. There is going to be a warm front forming from the melting water.
Windsong looks at her audience. She had half hoped for some opposition from them.
But will there really be stones falling from the sky?
I can't say anything for certain just yet, kid. All I have is this incomplete map. And as you can see, many sources of the marks and traces haven't been located. Which means we can't come up with a precise calculation. But there's no question that Rayashki will soon face many challenges. The weather could become much worse. The environment might change. Maybe some unknown critters might turn up.
Liar! You're all liars! Rayashki is at home, so it can't be dangerous!
The class bell rings at an inopportune moment. The children rush out of the classroom one after another.
Piotr, you can't fly if your feathers get wet.
Windsong sighs. Although she hasn't fully adapted to her new role, she must keep up with the children. Vila intercepts her.
They will need some time to take in all this new knowledge. Don't you agree?
I thought I could handle all their questions. I think I made things worse. Sorry.
Have faith in them. They will come around.
Piotr squats on the ground, muttering softly to himself while rolling some pebbles. A sunflower and the boy attached to it approaches.
Are you here to laugh at me?
You're laughing at everyone else to deal with your own issues, and I know this is it's probably your parents' fault, but you're still a little bitch.
All these stories of monsters and falling stones, they aren't good at all. I overheard Mr. Evgeny talking. He said the town has so many problems, and soon what some people think will decide our future. If people believe in those terrible stories, maybe they will be scared and they won't come back to Rayashki.
The thing is, you have to leave too, kid, if this happens. It's not about who comes back, it's what you do with what you know now.
Our town will be forgotten.
But I wasn't lying.
Choking tears fill their small world. Rustling sounds come up from behind the flower bed. Oh shit. Crimson Eyes sit in a furry head, observe them with curiosity.
Huh? Hello, Kikir.
What? What are you doing? I will draw its attention. You go find the defense team for help.
The older boy opens his trembling arms defensively. But wait, aren't those creatures herbivorous? Isn't that what Windsong said? I think they did say they were, and that it is better to feed them than try to drive them away. So we shouldn't be fighting them because they're not really threatening? Anyway, I'll fight them. I'm just saying that if they are indeed that kind of species, they should be docile, according to the story. Those critters looked like dogs with fancy hair and multiple eyes. Interesting design. A mound of sunflower seeds is presented on a pair of tender hands. Moist nostrils approach, and then a rough tongue greedily curls around the seeds.
It's itchy.
Oh, protect! The kikidin purrs contentedly as the now empty hands stroke it gently but confidently.
It feels warm, doesn't it? Miss Windsong said they can be our friends. That they will bring seeds to every corner of the town.
Like a gardener?
Another pair of hands reach out to cautiously caress its fur.
Yes. Go plant more sunflowers, Kikirn.
The deep blue creature dots away.
So, Miss Windsong was not a liar.
Duh! Part 5. Accordion. The accordion sings, carrying its passion into the distance. The warm current of the ocean is a stranger to this place. The long silent dog seems to be pinning for use, for visitors to bustle once more with industry. A long figure stands there, resolute and blinking. Vila stretches out as she stands beside him. The scales of her wrists and ankles catch the light, shimmering against the white reflection in the water.
Do you really think it's a good idea to turn to Zeno for help?
We have drawn almost every man and woman from the mining facilities to get rid of the critters nesting around the port. Most of the defense team were injured. Some lightly, but others got much worse. It will be weeks before they can return to duty. If an attack like the one at the rehearsal happens again, I'm not sure we will be able to protect ourselves.
His stance doesn't waver, but his face turns stiffly towards the abandoned mine far in the distance. Kittiwakes, kittiwakas, kittiwakes screech as they swoop down over the vast white tundra.
I know most of our people are frustrated with Zeno's arrival, but I expected better from you, Vila. People trust you, and they will follow you. But that doesn't make you right. Maybe you're still too young to see the dangers.
I might be wrong, but history is a long lesson in learning what is right through being unafraid to be wrong.
Sadly, we don't have time for trial and error.
And this is your excuse for making decisions for us against our will?
I will hold myself responsible for my decisions. In that, you have my word.
Technically, even if something happened and Zeno proved to be, anyway, the opposite of beneficial for Rayashki, even if he took responsibility for his decision, you don't know in what danger the town is going to be in after they arrive. I'm not saying he's wrong to ask for help, especially since their defense team is small and not as strong to defeat the increased surge of critters. I'm just saying that either way, the town remains in danger, whether it's from Zeno or being left alone against the critters. Their conversation reaches deadlock once again. Fortunately, elsewhere, there are others with fewer and simpler burdens.
Today is the day of our welcome ceremony. Vila said when the bell rings, the important people from the Tortoise Academy will arrive.
Why do they call it Tortoise Academy, though? Does Zeno have a tortoise as their symbol? I haven't noticed.
Everyone looks excited. Nina has put on her best dress. I know she'll be great on stage. Basono will duel with Piotr. It's his duty to protect the princess. As for me, I got a new job from Mr. Afghani. Salute, shake hands, and give them the warmest welcome.
The child nods solemnly, aware of the weighty mission he must undertake. The little standard bearer stands ready to receive Rayashki's latest guests. Oh, again? Bad dog.
What, this? They're bubbles in the water.
The critter pops its head out of the water, two eyes staring out at the boy with bewilderment.
We meet again, Kikirn. Are you planting sunflowers under the water? Have you brought your friends?
Bubbles swell on the open surface of the water as more Kikirns break up through the slurry of ice. Through their peculiar appearances differ from one to the next, they all possess large, lamp-like eyes that look out and around with curiosity.
1, 2, oh, your friends also have 6 legs. Look, they're wearing needle grass and flat files on their legs. Are you also here for the ceremony?
The child takes pride in his imagined duties.
Welcome, Kikirn and friends.
My god, he's so precious. Aw, if anything happens to him, I'm suing. I'm just saying. Other kids can die, I don't care. This one is not allowed to die.
Welcome to the prettiest town in all of the Arctic. Rayashki.
You're not supposed to welcome the critters here, boy. You're supposed to do that for the people of Zeno.
Please, enjoy our song.
His cheeks flash a spirited childish voices reverberate in unison out into the sea ahead. Seagulls take flight as a distant stern statue springs to life and rushes over.
Comrade Avgust, what are you doing?
Whoa! I'm welcoming the Kikirn.
The child happily salutes the Kikirns as they step onto the dock.
Get out of there, they're dangerous.
No, they're not. Not these.
Defense team, drive them away.
No, do not. Oh my goodness, are they going to aggravate them by fighting with them? That's bad.
Wait, these are Kikirn. They're not aggressive. They're just curious about us. The kids seem to like them.
The defense team moves swiftly and without hesitation.
Get rid of them.
You're such a Karen, you know?
As you command, comrade.
No, wait! Why are you having me do this? I'm against this. I'd normally not do that, I'm sorry. If you're telling me that these critters are harmless, I wouldn't touch them. Goodness, this is so annoying. 1 minute. Sprays of bullets and bursts of flame disrupt the water's surface, following the Kikirns as they dive in one after another. Alarms wail in the distance, but the Kikirns are already long gone. Okay, we got lucky, because if they decided to fight back, like, with more of them, that'd be quite the opening ceremony for Zeno. The children who came to see them are left on the ground, gripping their hats over their ears.
The Kikirns are all gone. I think they don't like us anymore.
Comrade Yevgeny.
Take the kids back to where they were, Comrade Vila. It was your duty to protect them.
I swear, her words just come in the one ear, get out of the other. This dude doesn't listen shit aside from his own opinion. His orders fizzle out as soon as they are said.
Maybe if we make the town a better place, more friends will come back. Then they will also come back.
Oh, so now you like him? I still don't like this kid, just so you know. I don't care if he's come around. I don't.
That makes sense.
The researcher observes all this from a nearby vantage. Her notebook rustles with a sigh.
The family of Kikirn includes dozens of subspecies, but none of them are so greatly adapted to water as this. That is to say, they might also be affected by the ley energy under Rayashki. Pity that they were driven away. There was much we could have learned from them.
She looks up. A blanket of clouds obscures the sun, with only a few rays of light breaking through.
The temperature here is rising much faster than expected. and much earlier in the season.
Global warming be hitting Rayashki hard. It kind of bothers me though that they turned that to ley lines because...
I imagine if you asked the Weather Bureau, they would say this is just an odd occurrence of unseasonable weather outside of expected ranges.
Or global warming. The booming sound of cannon fire interrupts Windsong's train of thought.
It's time. The Zeno investigators should be here any minute. I must stress again how important this ceremony could be for our future. Our town's economy is facing a cliff. And I am sure each one of you has noticed the increased rationing. If we wish to take care of our people in the future, and protect our friends and family from these frequent creature attacks, we need Zeno's support. So we will work with Zeno, because we must. The future of Rayashki is in our hands. So is the future of every comrade here. And we need the cooperation of every man and woman here.
His stare falls toward the Rusalka's vibrant tail. I keep calling her Selkie. I know she's a Rusalka, and I keep calling her Selkie. Or mermaid. It's Rusalka. After a pause, his target replies.
Zeno's ships are very fast, so as soon as they appear on the horizon, our ceremony will begin.
Understood.
The choir rises in unison, looking out at the pale blue horizon. Basile responds placidly. Salmon leap out from the water, seagulls circling around the empty coastline. Yet no sign of the anticipated ship appears. The quiet expectations of the adults set the children to whisper.
Zeno is late. So late that Miss Vila would say they were absent.
Do you think something bad happened to them?
No, but I'm guessing they could be taking advantage of the ore and not actually wishing to help the town. But then again, I haven't really understood where Zeno stands as an organization. Like, I've understood a little bit of Laplace and the Foundation, but Zeno still is very hit or miss for me on what they represent, how they're like. Are we supposed to be afraid of them? Are we supposed to trust them or not? I just know they have military bases and arcanas that are willing to fight for protection, of other arcanas.
What are they doing there?
No answers come, but a new event catches their attention.
Oh, something is falling.
Snow?
Light and soft, like a polar bear's head.
Dark clouds press down on them, blocking out the final rays of the sunlight.
Poor bear, losing all his hair.
Snowflakes flatter down across the grey sky. Converging in the blustering wind, they fall towards the town. Maybe it's a snowstorm, which means they have to run.
It's snow! What? How can there be snow in summer? Is this related to the strange thing Avgust said earlier?
If so, I'm happy that these aren't stones or a dark cloud spit.
Children huddle near Avgust, astonished by the accuracy of his predictions.
Avgust! I can't believe it! You were never right before.
Ugh. Oh, it's chilly. The snow is biting against my skin.
I'm sorry, Avgust. I shouldn't call you a liar.
Damn straight. He lowers his head hesitantly.
But will Rayashki really get into trouble?
A gentle hand nudges Piotr, a motion learned from someone older and wiser.
Piotr, we will not be defeated. Not by clouds or bears. Look. Mr. Tortoise is walking very slowly, but no one has left their position. For Rayashki, you little swans must go back to your lake too. Go as fast as you can.
We will.
Don't forget your own job, avgust.
The children return to their positions and ready themselves.
So, this milky white line is this snowstorm. The average temperature in Rayashki has reached its highest point in the last 5 years, which together with the abnormally rich air moisture have produced an unseasonal and odd kind of snow. The weather forecast was wrong. Ley lines were right.
Windsong can't hide her excitement. She leans up on a wall some distance from the event, her pen flying across page after page of notes, until she's compelled to snap back to reality. The assembly before her has barely moved. The snow claims more territory by the minute. Over sea and land piling up on the railings, they're rising over booths large and small. A distant foghorn accompanies the sight of a flag piercing up into the horizon. Zeno arrives at last.
Everyone listen! Our ceremony will begin!
As you command, comrade.
Music, please!
Отпустить вчерашний день, оставь прошлое. Каждый шаг рисует новый день. Не смотри назад, не теней видно. Светлые небеса путешествуем.
The steamship pulls into the rudimentary harbor, but no further movement follows. A porthole opens, but no voice comes out, no sound whatsoever beyond lapping waves. A letter flutters out towards the anxious crowd.
It's a pleasure to speak to you all, our valued friends in Rayashki. On behalf of Zeno Arms Academy, I am here to announce the details of the Zeno-Rayashki Cooperation Agreement. As many of you have expected, a squad of armed troops will soon be sent to aid you with the critter problem. However, having given it careful consideration, we have decided that the town of Rayashki is no longer viable for our continued support and must be abandoned. We advise that all residents prepare to be transferred to a new post immediately. Thank you for your cooperation.
What?
So whether or not they actually agreed to take in Zeno's help, they're actually left helpless. Yeah. So they can blame Evgeny all they want, but it's not like the help they were supposed to get ever came. They just kept giving them ore and they got nothing in return. And as a result of that, their economy suffered as well, I believe. I'm guessing that's what happened, because like, if they were using the resources only for themselves, perhaps they wouldn't run out that soon, and maybe they would have been able to stay longer in the town. However, I don't think they will be able to deal with the critters by themselves. So it is a really fucked up situation in which, yeah, you could have saved your economy by not shaking hands with Zeno, but at the same time, you wouldn't be safe there in the long run, even with good economy. Could you help it? People are not made to fight critters in this amount. And we also got by windsong that these critters are not normal. It's not just that they're more now than before, they're also new species, that they were affected by the ley lines. So yeah, either way, the town was doomed to die one way or another, either due to a lack of resources or the critters overwhelming them, whether it would help or not. It's sad though to think that, because this is very much a reality that's happened to lots of people, like remote places with the changes of the weather or circumstances force people to get from smaller towns to big cities, you know, or from villages to cities. Let's keep going and see how they're going to deal with that. Part 6. Good days, bad days. The era can shape us, but it can also destroy us. So just relax and take it easy, everyone says.
I don't see the point of your reluctance.
The frowning master of ceremony straightens the tortoise-patterned letter and then shoves it back into its envelope.
The letter conveyed Zeno's decision clearly. I suggest we warm ourselves up with a few drinks before we go. Do you have any stowage in town? Better than sitting here dwelling on the things that cannot be changed. Please, tell me you have something like cocoa here?
So this dude, Zeno, was he in the ship with the letter? Their long-awaited guest stretches lazily as if no one's around and sinks into the couch. Well, the audacity. It's not your town that's going to be deserted, so of course you don't care. The entitlement of it all. The tension in the air hangs like fumes waiting to ignite.
This is not what we agreed on earlier, Mr. Bertolt.
Calm yourself, Vila.
You must be mistaken, my very passionate friend. Zeno sent a warning months ago. The estimated value Rayashki can add to Zeno's program is less than satisfactory. Further support is no longer recommended. Should any new valuable resources be found in the region, please reply to this letter as soon as possible for further assessment.
I think that what Avgust has on his neck might be the type of resource they're looking for. However, if he shows them, I don't know, I'm afraid they're going to take it by force instead of looking for more. So I don't know how well advised that is with this kind of attitude from Zeno.
Then we heard back from Rayashki. In fact, the sender was you, Evgeny.
Yes, it was.
And it was you yourself that argued the most compelling point, I have to say. One that has drawn the higher-ups' attention, and the reason why I was sent here. I believe you wrote, I have total faith in the quality of the people of Rayashki. Their solidarity, dedication, and motivation have proven invaluable to us. I am certain they would carry those same strengths of character and skill to any post, no matter where they were assigned.
So they don't want to just move them, they want them to work for Zeno? Like, in order Zeno to support them, they have to be useful? Because the resources weren't useful. I mean, the people have to work for them to make up for the protection they're getting, I'm guessing. He folds the letter and hands it to Vila, her face blank as a canvas.
Zeno accepted my application. Of course, I asked around before making my submission, and Zeno seemed to have a good reputation. It was a golden opportunity to join them.
It is, but do not get us wrong. Our entrance requirements can be most difficult to meet.
So those who don't match those requirements are to be discarded?
Zeno only takes in the best of the best.
You want some of us to work for Zeno? You never told us anything like that, Yevgeny!
Be reasonable, Vila. Some of us deserve this opportunity.
You mean yourself? You wanted to work for them?
What about the others? We have elders and children. Some of our comrades have been injured and even died in the mine. Are we to forget their sacrifices?
She tries to suppress the gills on her neck as they heave violently.
Relax, my friend. That's why we sent our very best biological control squad. We will escort you to the nearest shelter.
Where at least they're willing to protect those that can protect themselves. Another wave upon relentless waves of shock.
Face reality, Vila. I know how much effort we have put into building this town, and I understand you have this dream to fulfill. But we must prepare for the worst. We may have to give up on our Rayashki.
He takes out a document covered in scratched notes and annotations and hands it to her.
Read this.
Field investigation has confirmed that the remaining runium reserves in Rayashki are around 0.0173 kilotons, which is less than 0.275% of our average annual output. The mine is located high within the Arctic Circle, which has entailed significant transportation costs. The harsh environment is also wholly unsuitable for building any permanent processing facilities. In addition, military spending on the region has recently been elevated 3.61 times due to increasing animal and critter attacks, and that number is still rising. Clearly, the region is now incapable of self-management. According to the Guide on Global Humanitarian Aid by the Office for Disaster Risk Reduction of Zeno Arms Academy, we propose to send a special squad to the region to evacuate all local citizens and subsequently take care of the remaining biological control issues.
So Evgeny didn't ask for help for the critters, or rather he did, but Zeno told him that, you know what, we will send somebody to help you, but to evacuate, because in the very end, your town is not sustainable anymore. So even if we kill the critters, you will all soon die from other things. And the problem would get worse based on their estimations, so it makes sense. And Evgeny accepted that. That's what he did.
And our admission standards will be lowered at Zeno's discretion, so that you will all find work with us somewhere.
But again, what happens to the rest of people? Zeno's representative offers a timely, if unconvincing, supplement to the letter. I also think that Evgeny should have told them regardless, not keep telling them that, oh, there's help coming to help us with the critters. He should have told them that I was told we have to evacuate because our life expectancy in this place is running low, but he didn't, probably to avoid spreading panic or whatnot, but he should have told them. The paper creases and crumples into a ball in her hands.
I'm sorry, but this is reality. From the start, this ore was the only thing they wanted from us.
That they know, they just didn't know how bad the situation was.
The environment here has always been harsh for mining, but we overcame it and sent our shipments to wherever Zeno had need of them.
And I salute each one of you for your work, my friends.
But now, our mission is over.
There is no doubt in anyone's mind, runium has been the town's lifeblood and the key to its survival.
I believe all of you will continue to work hard in your new positions, no matter what.
You shouldn't rush to a decision. We are discussing Rayashki's future here, Yevgeny. For 6 decades, the people here have put in great efforts to turn the town into what it is today. We won't leave just because you tell us so. Our grandparents didn't even have construction equipment at the beginning. They built these houses with their own hands. We ship over the planting soil. We build walls to keep out the wind and snow.
Within the meeting room's cloistered walls, the air is heavy with moisture once more.
When you came here, you brought books for the children and introduced us to a species different than humans. You became one of us. I'm not happy about this either, Comrade Vila.
I won't buy that, Comrade Yevgeny. This is not just about my dream, but everyone's dream. Or have you forgotten what Rayashki was meant to be?
A utopia built for and by everyone. The voice of a better future. One which would sound across the land and seas. I remember every word of it.
Evgeny's voice is low but still decisive.
You have my sympathy, friends. Zeno has also suffered huge losses in many regions.
That don't affect you, though. They don't affect you, so you don't care.
We have lost manpower, territory, armament factories, and even some of our affiliated military schools. Rayashki is but one of these losses. We know how you feel right now.
You don't, and you better shut up. He shrugs his shoulders, his face a picture of unhelpfulness.
But Zeno has his own problems to be faced, and investing in these new industries, purchasing fancy equipment, all these things Rayashki will need. All of this takes money. and even Zeno must be economical.
Oh! Oh wait, this changes things. So there is a way to actually save the town. You just don't want to do it because the problem is money. Okay, that changes things then, in my opinion, because I thought there was no saving, you know. But these people actually know there is a chance to save the town. They just don't do it because they have to be careful with their financial balance, I guess. Man, that sucks.
Shouldn't the people in Rayashki also benefit from these global benefits Zeno has promised?
Exactly. This is, yeah. They own them. Because they gave them ore. What did you give us back?
We will get there, my friend. Maybe slowly, but we will get there. Trust me, Zeno has done everything they can for you.
Like?
We need to keep our eyes on our goals and stay on the right course, so that we won't get lost in these turbulent times. Yes?
He leans towards Vila, providing an unnecessary whisper.
I know how much faith these people have in you, and I believe you can show them a different perspective about these coming changes. Of course, this will also help you during Zeno's assessment.
She doesn't want to work with you, dude. She wants to stay with the kids.
Good luck, my friend.
This is bad. This is real bad. I don't know what they're gonna do or where they're going to go. I'm guessing from the trailer that Windsong will take them somewhere, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? If all Rayashki people decide to, instead of going to the shelter that Zeno tells them to go somewhere else that Windsong points them to, like I can see that happen, but I'm not sure. Part 7. A paper medal. Fortune's blessings often come knocking on your door or window when you least expect them.
The reserves of Runium running dry, the appearance of new critters, the sudden snowstorm. I have connected the ley lines of each of these phenomena. The map is nearly complete.
She unfolds the complex blueprint filled with various lines and marks.
But still haven't traced many lines and marks back to their source. Perhaps if I go back to the factories, into the restricted zones. But I can't do that alone.
And it's not like Evgeny will let her.
Definitely not when the situation in town is so unstable.
But you know what? I don't think they should be this strict with these locations right now, especially since they're about to leave. So perhaps this is a good chance for her to ask that. Windsong collapses onto the table. An avalanche follows, covering her in layers of books and manuscripts. The piles around her loom like a mountain range, casting her in shadow.
Well, I should have given this up long ago. There's no chance that the study of ley lines will ever be accepted again.
But you now have proof that you were right against the forecast. Ooh, girl, just... Oh, confidence. Breathe in, breathe out. Try these things. Like before you had nothing, now you have proof. Use it. Phantom voices of past mockery and scorn rise up to her ears. And I get it. I know trauma. I know what this feels like, but you have to stand up.
Regretfully, Miss Windsong, with nothing but these outdated files and materials to back you up, there's simply no way to justify reinstating the study of ley lines into our curriculum. We don't have unlimited funds, and we must save our money for projects with greater potential. The study of ley lines is... Of course, we might be able to consider new ideas and projects. You can't be allowed to do this on your own.
Why? She does everything by herself. She never asks for anybody's money, apparently because here she got a rejection, but she found all that by herself.
You will need endorsements from the Institution of Geographic Studies, the Arcane Creatures Society, or other such organizations. Let me think. Zeno seems to be interested in geographers recently. They just recruited a number of researchers for a new commission. Maybe you should go try your luck with them.
An echo of a nursery rhyme rings out from beyond her self-made mountain rage, but she is all but oblivious to it.
The submission date is getting closer each day, but I've made poor progress. Zeno won't endorse me if I can't find a breakthrough.
Oh, okay, so she is trying to get in Zeno, and she needed that report to get in. So she's probably already made she has made an offer and convinced them to let her stay in her field if she proves them that she's right about them and that this study is worth investing on, I'm guessing. But she does have it now. Right now, she has proof that the weather acted based on what the ley line said and not the forecast. And she's got witnesses. Both the kids, which, they could just brush off and be like, they're kids, they don't get it. But she also has Vila as a witness. So for me, that's a breakthrough. Like, I would have said yes to her if I was in Zeno.
They have become more and more radical and desperate lately. First, they sent those researchers here to conduct their haphazard studies, and now an armed force? And all this effort just to chase the rumor of some source of perpetual energy? That this perpetual energy source must be hidden somewhere beneath the permafrost. The higher-ups call the shots. All they need to do is spread a little honey in the right places. Then all the little researchers will swarm on it like flies. But could there really be a magical power source like that?
So is she saying that Zeno sent people here because they believe there is an arcane source of some sort? I mean, this drives me a little crazy because they believe in magic and arcanum, but ley lines are, crazy to think that they exist and that they work or whatnot. Like, honey, you're also considered weird and non-existent to humans as well, even though they have seen arcane skills before humans.
Whether there is or not, I still have a map to finish. There's no way that I can map every ley line in the region all by myself. Goodbye research funds. Goodbye lectures and seminars, and so long to my dreams of being chair of the Geographical Perspectives Forum.
She jostles the heaps of books, moving them just enough to let in some light and sound. They seep in through the cracks like starlight.
Tuk tuk.
Oh, it's our boy. Open.
Huh?
The door snaps shut. Windsong stands against it nervously. Instruments roll off the table, colliding with each other on the windowsill, the corners, and under the bed, falling in a cacophonous disarray.
What was that?
The door is gently pushed open again, revealing the curious face of a sunflower peeking in through the crack.
Miss Windsong, we've been waiting for you.
As far as medals go, the design is a little crudder than expected, and dumb paper doesn't quite have the same gravitas as gold or silver. Still, Windsong has fantasized countless times about receiving such an accolade for her work, even a paper one.
Miss Windsong, we prepared a special medal ceremony for you in August.
Aww.
Please, come to our ceremony. We just wanted to thank you for teaching us.
Aww.
Miss Vila was right. We shouldn't have been so quick to argue. We should have listened.
So you should be given an award for being right. But our ceremony will not be as big as the ones on TV.
Indeed, this is a very special and exclusive reward. Simple as it is, it comes with something no one else could, the innocence and laughter of children.
Miss Windsong, will you accept this medal?
For the first time in a long while, the study of ley lines basks in the glow of scholarly acclaim. It works for elementary students, girl, take it. The paper medal is cupped in her trembling hands.
I have no cup to put this medal in, so we can't toast with it in celebration.
She sniffles.
But now I know, no matter what, I won't be returning empty-handed. Thank you, kids.
Do you mean... are you leaving us?
But there is so much you still need to teach us. Rayashki embraces every guest, including you, Miss Windsong. Don't you like it here?
The children are on the verge of tears. She's pulled in helplessly, too.
But those things I heard at the welcome ceremony, won't we all be leaving soon?
No, I don't believe it. That stranger was mean. He wasn't our friend.
This is our town. They can't speak for us.
That's right.
Neither doubt nor sorrow will dim their eyes. Before her lies only a sea of steadfast faces. Their words encouraging and powerful despite their youth. Yeah, usually that's how it goes though. Because, like, I don't think I ever met a kid that wasn't brave. Adults, many. But even I, when I was younger, I thought I could take over the world. Like, I was ready to do 5 jobs just because I wanted to explore my chances and be proficient in multiple fields, you know? And you hear many people say, oh, you're so brave or so smart for your age. That's exactly what it is. When people are not met with danger and the only thing they're fed is hope, then there's nothing stopping them. That's why children are so willing to learn so much and go after the craziest things you can imagine. Whereas adults, when they're met with reality and realize that things aren't like that, their hope, their light is dimmed to the point that maybe they cannot stand up and fight. See, this is what I wanted to say about Windsong. Like, she was ready to give up on her dream again because she knew that it's really hard to be accepted by adults that are professional in her field because her research, the things she studies, hasn't been proven before to be right. But the children embraced it and thanked her for the knowledge she shared and for being right. And it goes out to show how much we failed humanity as a whole, because it's adults who should be thinking like children and seizing opportunities. We shouldn't be walking around like stress balls and giving up our dreams. In fact, we should be the ones teaching children to go after the dreams, and not, you know, in the fake kind of way, because many adults, like we said earlier, refuse to tell the truth to the kids. For example, when they ask the crazy things and be like, I don't know. No, we change the subject, or we fill them with lies so that their hope doesn't die. But their hope will eventually die when they become adults. So what's the point? Like delaying the pain, letting them live as kids, quote unquote? That's stupid. If anything, we should be honestly inspiring those kids to follow the dreams, because we do the same thing, but life isn't like that, you know? And I believe that this is a big fail in society as a whole. I don't know. It's really, I want to put my thought in words and I can, but it's really that point of Windsong holding the medal and shaking that makes me think this woman's spirit is broken, and she's surprised that the kids still have that faith in what they do, whereas she should be that person and teaching them that, but instead deteriorated to this state of mind that what you've struggled for years isn't worth it. In my head, I had a really good saying at that point, but I said, oh, maybe I will say it after this part is over, but I can't put it exactly as I wanted. But yeah, I kind of brought it around for you, what I mean, and I'm hoping it makes sense. I think she needed to see that, because society won't show her that. Whereas a child that doesn't follow rules or is not bothered by the dangers of the world yet, or anything anyway that is dampening their spirits, are more than willing to show her that your hard work is worth it, and I learned a lot from you, and I want to learn more from you, you know? And in a way, Windsong, I guess, could stay in Rayashki, since here what she does is accepted, and also there's a lot of things to study and make her map more complete. But on the other hand, I don't know if staying at one place is advised for her profession. They plant some strange seed of hope within her. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what she needed to hear.
Miss Vila invited the men from Zeno to leave his ship. Then they went into Mr. Evgeny's meeting room together.
Uncle Knut promised me that no one will give up this place. We'll go to many meetings and find a solution that satisfies both sides.
The tortoises move slowly. They need to keep their eyes open and look for a better answer.
So, will you stay and teach us?
I won't cause you any more trouble. I promise.
The children burst into laughter. Their voices very nearly drown out the rustling noises coming from the windowsill.
Comrade Calculator is speaking.
Curiosity propels the child through the half-open window of the guest room.
Hello.
Oh, that's what it is. It's a lay calibrator.
Comrade Calculator, are you giving the earthworms directions?
The clamor by the window crescendos. Even on tiptoes, the child barely reaches the faintly glowing calibrator. Unfortunately, he's not the only one reaching for it. Oh? Oh! More unfortunate still, scaly claws prove mightier than little fingers. The other children notice the tug of war and crowd around Windsong, squeeze into the increasingly cramped room.
What's going on here? My calibrator! The whale-like backbone, the diamond-shaped teeth, 2 short legs with dim eyes and an extremely sharp nose. That must be a kikituk. But their closest habitat should be Konkarl's land, hundreds of kilometers away.
Its snout fixates on the new treat in Windsong's grasp. She pulls out the scanner, its gears whining as ley lines flat forth.
Their marks on the map appear to be red, sort of reddish-brown, and there's a large amount of ley energy accumulated around them. Clearly they're high on the food chain. Seems like the small fish have attracted more than one big fish.
With a swift kick, she sends the grinning critter tumbling.
Kids, get behind me.
Why they don't let me play with her? Is it because it's not her patch? Come on! I mean, her half of the patch. Anyway, she protect the children. Beyond it, the kikituks close in on the narrow ledge.
Oh, the kikituks are giving a performance.
Of death! They're giving a performance.
Their nose sings, their fur dances, and their belly shakes.
You shouldn't leave him in the open. He's going to be eaten right away. At least the other kids have some sense of danger and run away.
But why aren't their ears doing anything?
Avgust, what are you doing there? Stay back. Those are not kikin.
But...
The meaning of both their messages is lost in the confusion.
But their ears are left behind. They can't join the dance.
Tragic. Now step back.
Then they will not get their Alyonka.
Ears?
Windsong, struck by her sudden revelation, fixes on the kikituk's head. Beneath its tufts of plush fur lie well-hidden ears of a deeper color.
Природа — это числые черты.
After a brief incantation, lines converge in a beam that hits precisely on its ears. The creature's cry pierces the air.
So that seems to be their weak spot. Good job, little one. You're even more perceptive than I thought.
Oh. That's what he meant. Well, he doesn't express himself that clearly, but she understands him, so that's good. Windsong pats Avgust's head.
Next.
She reveals a dark and dangerous smile. The Kikituks finally relinquish their ill-gotten gains, leaping down and away from the windowsill, leaving behind gnawed with fragments of the lay calibrator.
Bean! This was one of the last working instruments I had!
Sunflower gently pats against Windsong's shoulder.
Don't be sad, Miss Windsong. If we plant them in the soil, many more will come out when spring comes.
I think he's right in the sense that maybe his stone can generate things if you put them in the land, like in soil.
Thank you, Avgust.
Miss Windsong, can I be a lay hunter too?
If we were as good as you are, maybe we could have protected your machine.
It's not your fault, kid.
And maybe we could protect our town.
Windsong turns her head and meeting many pairs of expectant eyes.
Kids, lay hunting isn't a good profession. If you become a lay hunter, you will have to deal with doubt from all your peers, even hatred, and homework that piles up to your roof.
Miss Windsong, people in Rayashki are taught not to doubt or hate others. They would never hate you or us.
Ask how Evgeny feels right now.
Exactly.
The children of Rayashki are in some ways so strange to her. Their courage and solidarity overcome her long-standing hesitation. Her curiosity at them, at all of this, becomes a palpable force. One pulling her even closer to Rayashki. She's gonna stay. She found a place that people don't judge her. She is gonna stay.